We seem to have a fascination with great white sharks, and really, can you blame us? Getting the chance to see one of these amazing creatures up close and personal is a rare opportunity. But for the cage diving tourist in our next video, this great white encounter was very close to being his last.
October 2016. A group of amateur divers is on a 5-day shark cruise off the coast of Guadalupe Island, Mexico. The divers are taking turns submerging into the water using specialized protective cages, while the ship's crew members bait the water with tuna. Everything seems to be going according to plan when suddenly, a great white shark gobbles up one of the tied tuna shanks and starts thrashing about violently. The frenzied beast then smashes his way inside one of the diving cages. Take a closer look. We see a shark fin struggling between the bars and what appears to be blood coming to the surface. Then, the shark explodes upwards in a crimson mist, flailing about until it finally escapes.
Was there anybody in there? Nobody's in the cage.
Actually, that's wrong. There is someone in the cage, and that crimson plume of blood is not a good sign. How could one man survive being caged up with one of the ocean's deadliest predators?
They've got a bite force of up to 4,000 pounds per square inch.
For comparison, the bite force of the average human is only 162 pounds per square inch.
Their jaws are lined with 5 or 6 rows of continuously regrowing teeth. These things are built to kill.
And if you think the frightening encounter in this video was a fluke, Coronis warns that this has already happened again right in the same location.
Just 3 years after this video was taken, another great white ended up decapitating itself after getting snarled up in one of these cages. Because of encounters like this, the Mexican authorities have really cracked down and tried to protect these sharks.
The idea for shark cage diving goes back to the 1950s, although it really didn't catch on until the mid-1970s after the release of the film Jaws. But the questions are, why does this happen? Is the shark attacking the cage to get at the diver, or is there another explanation?
Critics of these tourist shark dives frequently point to the excessive amount of bloody chum used to attract these fearsome creatures.
Sharks are extremely large predators, and they can sense blood from hundreds of yards away. And we're overtaking its senses by also chumming the water. So it's in sensory overload. This is why we have a feeding frenzy, or what we perceive as very aggressive behavior in sharks.
In fact, thanks to their nostrils being lined with tons and tons of sensory cells called olfactory epithelium, scientists believe great whites can detect a single drop of blood floating within 10 billion drops of water.
These shark cages offer a false sense of security. While they look safe, a lot of the times there are large enough openings for a shark to get in, but then not to really be able to turn around and get out. I would rather be in the water with the shark, because at that point, at least I have eyes on the animal and I have space, and more importantly, the shark has space.
Amazingly, in this video, you can see the crew pulls up the diver who had been in the cage with the shark the entire time. And miraculously, he is unharmed. That blood was from wounds the shark received while smashing through the steel cage. Still, Mayer believes people shouldn't be deterred from swimming with great white sharks. They just need to do it correctly.
If you do find yourself in a situation like this, the best thing to do is to try to duck down as low as possible and as far away from the shark as you possibly can, because the shark's natural instinct, and you see it in this video, is to immediately swim up and try to get out of the cage. All it wants to do is escape, not attack.
Our takeaway? This is natural shark behavior. We agree with our experts that using chum to attract sharks is only going to lead to more situations like what we see here. But because of videos like this, governments are taking action. As of early 2023, all great white cage diving in Isla Guadalupe has been banned until further notice.